Welcome in, Aries, to your July monthly tarot reading. So we are tapping into the collective of anyone with strong Aries in their chart. So that would be Sun, Moon, Rising, or Venus, Aries. So let's take a look at the whole month of July coming up. What's going on for you guys? This is going to be a general read, so take what resonates, leave what doesn't. Also, take a look at your other signs as well, the readings, because you might get some good information out of that. When we look at our sun, rising, and moon signs specifically, they all have a very strong resonance in who we are and how we show up in our internal world. So there is kind of an equal opportunity between those. So I know we tend to focus on our sun sign and say, oh, I'm, whatever, like I'm a sun Scorpio. So we tend to always just align with, oh, I'm Scorpio. But my moon is Leo and my rising sign is Cancer. So, and your moon sign is really who you really are in, like almost at the depths emotionally, who we tend to really be that we don't always show. So again, looking at that video, whatever your moon sign is, can maybe give you some good perspective as well. So take a look. If you're interested in a private reading, I do those. You can schedule via my website, which is in the description below. And yeah, if you like my video, appreciate if you hit like. If you want to join the Lyran Soul Tribe and stay connected, hit that subscribe button as well. And always open and interested to see your comments about how the videos resonate and what's going on with you all. All right, Aries, let's get going here. Let's start with some oracle cards to kind of see the basis of the energies for you this month. Nice. First one out is abundance. Here, look at that pretty, those colors. That really reminds us, in the Northern Hemisphere, we are in kind of the depth of summer, which this picture really aligns with, and it is the most abundant season. So abundance is really in the air right now. We got forgiveness and transformation. So your reading, Aries, is no different than everyone else's. There's a big theme right now with this transformation. There's huge transformations and change going on in general. And I think there's an opportunity right now for you to release some emotional kind of ties that you've been carrying for a long time. And I feel like that's something that, like, maybe it's not just in your face every day, but it definitely tends to pop up for you. It's definitely a big kind of sore spot for you that gets triggered a lot. I do also feel like I'm getting that maybe you've been having dreams about this more frequently lately, but you do tend to have dreams that kind of almost haunt you a little bit about something that happened in the past, or a relationship or a situation that maybe you haven't. Again, this is more unconsciously. It could be actual forgiveness that you actually have to forgive, but I do feel like it's more like there is an energetic karmic tie that you're still connected to this, again, person, situation, or traumatic event. And what's coming up right now is kind of a release of this hook, of this tie with the transformation. I do feel like there is some great things coming into your life, and they have already might have started trickling in. And I feel like some of that is also asking you, like, hey, you're starting to get some good things in your life, but it's like your higher self in the universe is like, there's a lot more to come, But this is what's kind of blocking you from bringing that in. So you need to open up space to allow some bigger and better things. All right, let's pull some tarot cards for you, Aries. What's going on behind the scenes here? We got the Fool. Yeah, there's a new path. And this is going to take some, I'm getting courage for you to be able to unhook this, because I feel like this was either it's one big event or situation or heartache, but there could be a couple. For some of you, this could be a chain of things that you're still hooked into. And it's really asking you to release this and to like free yourself from this. Six of Wands, I do feel like you're going to be successful at this. And you're going to feel a lot more confident and just like energetically strong. Definitely stuff from your past. For a lot of you, this is tied to childhood. Another message I'm getting for those of you that have children, you overcoming this is also going to release the hook in your children's karmic path as well, to ensure that they don't have to go through the same things that you did. We got the Hermit here, major spiritual enlightenment through this. And you're feeling the call. It's like your soul is calling you, and that's why this maybe has been coming up more for you. It's bubbling up because it's time for you to really internally kind of spiritually become aware of this and learn the wisdom of this, and also then to unhook these ties. Page of Swords, Queen of Swords, we got the Queen of Pentacles, the Knight of Cups, and on the other side, the King of Pentacles, and the Ace of Cups, and the Ten of Pentacles. So yeah, definitely, this is going to help bring in a lot more. It's going to help you bring in abundance, and whatever that means. It's going to, in the regard of something actual physical. So this could be money, wealth. This could be just like an abundance of new experiences, travel. It can be all sorts of things, but it's something tangible, right, that we can actually experience and feel and use in the physical world. And it's like you're going from the Page to the Queen of Swords here. It's like you're learning and getting clarity, for one, gaining major clarity about this. And I'm almost getting too, because like in this card with the Page, he's kind of holding the sword in front of him as like a protection. So I do feel like you've created almost like a protection, energetic protection from this situation. But what it actually has done is you've kind of blocked your awareness from this because you don't want to look at it, right? You don't want to go there again. But with the Queen of Swords, she's matured so much. And with the Hermit backing her, the wisdom of the Hermit and the spiritual protection of that, she now is like, has her sword in her hand and is willing to look at it. Like she's actually looking at that sword. So she's looking at, through her mental view, gaining awareness of this and not being as afraid of it, because the only way we can really unhook is to actually look at it and become consciously aware that it's still there. And there's definitely this space of needing to connect more emotionally with it, to feel it, and to ask ourselves to emotionally release what is needed so that you can move forward and go towards things that you really want to create in your life. And it could be tied to, sometimes I see the Queen of Pentacles as like a mother figure or mother energy. This could be tied to stuff from your childhood around like a mother wound. Or maybe you've always protected yourself. You see here with how she's holding that sword to this Queen of Pentacles. and she's kind of looking at her with this like stern demeanor, and the Queen of Pentacles is kind of just not seeing it. And it's almost like you've always had this protective guard up as well because of this mother figure or a mother. And what's interesting too, I feel like that has, for some of you, you've kind of created this cold, stern exterior as a protective measure. And you tend to always be, some of you with your mother, because of what happened in your past with her and the history, you tend to be really sharp with her, or just like not as emotionally connected with her. But then if we look on the other side of this, I mean, this could be tied to a mother and father figure, but I do feel like on the other side of this, this is more of too when we look at like true couples in the deck with the kings and queens. I mean, obviously the King and Queen of Pentacles is the best match. And I do feel like there's some love coming in here. Someone's offering love. This could be a current connection or relationship that you're in, or marriage that's going to expand even more, and you're going to create deeper connection because of your ability to cut down this, or break down the protective wall that you've had up, and to cut your ties to the past. You're opening up your, again, emotional cup to be able to receive more, but also give more. I do feel like this is going to be a huge transformation for you emotionally and in your connections with people when it comes to love. I think this could be specifically to like an actual relationship, romantic relationship, but in general, I'm getting in all relationships. You're going to attract more fulfilling relationships, or be able to mend some current relationships that need, you know, again, more love put into them, and that's going to bring in more abundance. A lot on the behind the scenes here. So let's see what's going on externally. We got the Five of Swords. I'm hearing control, a lot of controlling behaviors because of this protection. You could also have a lot of connections in your life where it always seems like there's conflict. There's always a battle. It feels like you're always, you know, it's just never easy. Two of Wands, Empress. You're making new decisions about this as well. You could be making decisions to kind of just, you're almost like giving up on the battle. Like up until now, you've like always stayed in the battle because you're like, well, you've almost accepted this is the way this connection is. But I think you're finally realizing, like, I don't have to partake in this pattern and this game playing, because it really is a game play. It is a game. It's a mental game. And it's not like people may consciously try to be manipulating or playing games, but that's how it does end up becoming, you know. And you're making new decisions for yourself to do what's best for you and what's more nurturing, and you're taking your power back, because when you make decisions to not partake in this stuff, you actually become more powerful. And it could be walking away from situations too that end up always being like so the Three of Pentacles, you know, there's never just two parties equally giving and taking. There's always something, another like aspect to your relationships that always become an issue. Again, this could be people's, you know, their own unhealed wounding. This could be addictions, and, you know, this could be, you know, children that are always in the mix that cause, you know, problem if you're with someone maybe who has children with, you know, other people. So that third party aspect always tends to be a theme for you, and it's really making a decision because you actively stay in things. That's the thing we don't realize. We have the free will and the choice to stay in a third party situation, and dealing with the fallout of that, which ends up being like, again, these Five of Swords dynamics. Let's get a clarifier here. I'm going to get one for the Five of Swords. So definitely this is tied to somebody specific, a relationship connection you have. It doesn't have to be, it's a king. It doesn't have to mean that it's a male, but definitely somebody who tends to lean more on their masculine traits. It could be a female that tends to be more, you know, lean more toward a masculine, which when I say that, it doesn't mean they physically want to be masculine, but it can be very feminine. Women who just, again, their personality traits, you know, and that's a protective mechanism that they've acquired to survive in the world. And it definitely has something to do with communication here, I feel. So when you're communicating with this person, it definitely always turns into conflict. And it's like you can never win in a conversation with this person. Two of Wands. Yeah, it's like making a decision. This could be you, or again, this could be this person who really deeply is very emotional and has a lot of deep feelings, but they don't know how to express themselves. They're not very emotionally mature and available. They tend to really, you know, push their emotions down, but they have a lot internally. And how they really show up is as the King of Swords. Like they really show up more mentally. It's like a mental game trying to communicate with them. And it's like, again, they always react with their mind instead of thinking from their heart. And you're actively making a decision in regards to a connection with them, a commitment. This could be something specific with family, but you are making a decision that is been like you kind of haven't made a decision for a while. Like there's an issue here. There's an issue that you've kind of just both been sitting on the fence and haven't really addressed or resolved, but you're now going to make a decision for yourself. Before, it's almost like you were actively trying to work together and to come up with a solution that worked for both of you, but they're just not willing to, they're not on the same page. So you now are making a decision to kind of do what's right for you, I think, at this point. The Empress, Four of Pentacles, the Wheel. Yeah, this is just divine timing for you to really become aware of your how it's I do feel like there is a brick wall, like there's an energetic wall of protection that you've had around your heart, and maybe this is other people too, that it's time to really, it's just divine timing that now you've actually are able to break this down for yourself. And we'll get one for the Three of Pentacles here. Tower. Yeah, clearing out, like I just said, this third party dynamic patterns that you tend to always, that you've been stuck in with your connections. It could be around someone specifically. It could be a lot of different connections that just, again, this is like a family pattern. But the Tower, the universe is coming into like, it's time to, there is a lot of this has to do with grief, loss, and heartache from the past that we're still carrying. And the Tower is going to be, I know people get scared of the Tower coming in, but this is going to be so good for you. It's going to be so freeing. It's like freeing yourself from this emotional baggage that you just, again, maybe you're not consciously aware of, but it's still impacting you so a lot in big ways. So this is amazing. Big transformation, but I do feel like this is going to be, again, I feel this like huge, like you're going to be, it's like a bird that its wing was, you know, injured, and now it's like healed again, and it's like you taking off finally. And like, I feel you like all of a sudden taking off and getting in the sky, and you're just like, oh my God, this, I feel to a big sense of relief for you coming up, Aries. So this is going to be amazing. So Have an awesome July, Aries, and I will see you in the next reading.